So this is a test video of the camera, of sound, for the podcast show, if I can keep my cat out of the way. So we're looking to do something with this camera, something similar to my nonfiction work with history of horror and horror writers. The challenge, of course, will be to come up with something that's engaging and welcoming, and not in the year 1805. So we're going to just kind of talk about a couple of things today, just so I can get a grapple on how this looks. Anyway, if we're looking for a place where the horror genre started, it's kind of hard to pinpoint in an exact spot. Legends of vampirism and lycanthropy go back for centuries. Pliny the Elder, a Roman historian, had stories about cursed buildings that were haunted. And the Brothers Grimm with their folklore and stories of witches and monsters in the woods, these have been around for a really long time. But if we're talking about when officially something was published and then we got these tales, then we can take a look at the Gothic novel. And our three most important Gothic authors was Anne Radcliffe, Horace Walpole, and Matthew Lewis. Horace Walpole wrote The Castle of Otranto, Anne Radcliffe wrote The Mysteries of Udolpho, and Matthew Lewis wrote The Monk. Now, out of the three, The Monk is probably the most readable for modern readers. There is a section in it, there's like this big long segue that, honestly, if I could remember what it was, and of course for the official video I will, I'd tell you to skip it entirely. But The Monk is probably the most readable and the closest to horror in a crossing the line taboo gore sense. The Castle of Otranto is kind of hard to take. Take seriously. It's full of divine portents warning a king of his, his arrogance and his ungodly behavior. And The Mysteries of Udolpho is a very atmospheric novel. Now, I will say this: there were passages of The Mystery of Udolpho that I just loved. Just kind of rolling along with this very Hawthornian. Does that make any sense? Because Hawthorne came after, so I don't think that makes any sense. But this nice, lush, lyrical prose. Now, in The Mysteries of Udolpho, that actually turns out to be our first ever, well, not first ever probably, but a very early Scooby-Doo ending. Because we remember the Scooby-Doo endings, right? It wasn't a ghost. It was Old Man Withers in a mask trying to collect the insurance money. So in The Mysteries of Udolpho, we find out all these strange noises and strange happening in this castle where our main character has been whisked away by a strange older man because her father died, and now a woman at that time can't be unattended. We find out it's pirates. It's just pirates. Pirates hiding in the mountain underneath this big castle, and they're the ones moving around at night. So that's our first Scooby-Doo ending. The Monk was a little bit different, though. The Monk was about a monk, obviously, who's carrying on a secret affair with a woman who's pretending to be a monk. So she's all dressed up, shaves her head, and they're getting up to unmonkly business and learning dark arts. Of course, we end up learning that this female monk, pretending to be a monk, is not really a monk, but it's Lucifer, and he's tempting our monk into these terrible things, and at the very end, Lucifer snatches our monk from prison, where he's been put after doing all these unspeakable things, and just drops him off a cliff, where he just kind of splats. So those are our three, the real cursory, and of course this is, I'm going to post this on Substack for all my Substack folks so they kind of know what I'm planning on. This is just kind of a sound check, video check. Those are three early Gothic novels that if you think you got the stuff, might be worth checking out.